My name is Jesse Olson. I served in the Army for 22 years. I retired as a Chief Warrant Officer. I deployed to Iraq 3 times and Afghanistan 1 time. During a lot of those deployments, I spent a lot of time around what we call a lot of boom stuff. So I was around a lot of IEDs, a lot of explosives, always going off, mortars, artillery fire and whatnot. I think a lot of those experiences had kind of a delayed effect on my life. I didn't notice any immediate difficulties in functioning, so I went on to, have a fairly successful career, and eventually a lot of that stuff caught up with me. Went on to be diagnosed with PTSD, TBI, severe depression, and anxious distress disorder. The thing that I would like to have back is mental clarity. A lot of times it feels like I have this mental congestion, that I want to just take a metaphorical Kleenex to and just get rid of, to be able to think straight and clearly and vividly again. Fairly recently in my life, I hit the metaphorical rock bottom due to addiction. I was self-medicating myself to, do what I could to fix myself so I could function, and have a normal life. I've been working hard for the last year trying to get my life turned around. From the beginning of when I first started diving until now, of course, got a lot more accustomed to the diving process and how it goes. Now it's second nature. Sit there for a while, and of course you can get on the tablet or read a book to help pass the time. Just sit there and relax, which is what I choose to do most often. Especially I do my dives in the morning, and it's a good way to start the day in my opinion, because it frees up your mind and helps you feel more energized and ready to get ready for the day essentially. I definitely noticed a lot more mental clarity all throughout the day, a lot less intrusive anxiety. My memory is better. My headaches have my daily headaches have diminished. It made me feel 10 years younger again. Kind of have that mental clarity and that zest back in your life is something that I haven't had for a long time. I've been sober for a little over a year now, and that irritability was still a huge factor in my everyday life. And when I did HBOT, after the first week, it really zapped it. It was just gone, and it hasn't been back since, and I don't expect it to return. Whatever string it was, that substance-induced mood disorder was hanging from, the HBOT just cut that string and it's gone. Which is another big thing that I've talked about with my fellow veteran friends was hey, if they're just getting out of addiction, I tell them I know what it's like. I quit drinking, and that irritability was lingering for a long, long time. And I was just do the HBOT and it'll get rid of that. Because I saw them experiencing the same things. That's a horrible way to spend your life like that when you don't need to. So I do work out daily. I do go to the gym daily, and I always start and end my workouts on the treadmill. Pretty much immediately, as soon as I started doing HBOT, I would get in there and set the 10 minutes and set the same resistance I always do, and I couldn't get my heart rate up. I could only get it up to about 140 beats per minute, where I was getting into 150 beats per minute easily. And that was my bar was get up to 150 beats per minute and then maintain that throughout the rest of the 10 minutes. And then I was having a hard time. I had to increase the difficulty level, the resistance on the treadmill to get up to 150 beats per minute. So that's really the first measurable difference that I noticed. So that was telling me that, my body's more oxygenated and more efficient, because my heart's not having to beat as fast to get oxygen into the muscles as quickly as possible. But I do know that it has made a tremendous improvement in my quality of life. Just how you feel every day is huge. This is the sad part too, is I do have veteran friends that have taken their own life, unfortunately, and I've been in the suicidal ideation headspace, and I would say that doing HBOT has put a big separation between me in like that headspace. My mind just like will not go there. Like I know that place, but now for some reason I kind of have like a standoff distance with that place mentally.